So what I'm hearing is that the environment that we are in contributes to anxiety, depression, stress, all these kinds of things, and becoming self-aware around how these things like digital information, for instance, or digital overload, and your environment by extension is contributing to your mental health. So if we are becoming self-aware around our environment, you're saying that we can live better, healthier lives by discovering our sensory intelligence. Is that correct?
Absolutely, Matt. That's absolutely correct. Also, the other thing is we've got 7 senses, not just the 5 visible senses that we all know about. Seeing and hearing are the 2 visual senses. Then we've got touch, smell, and taste. They are our social senses, our chemical senses. And then we also have our movement senses. One is in your inner ear, it's called your vestibular system, your body's GPS, gives you feedback of where you are in space. And then we also have proprioception in your muscles and in your joints. Now, the reality is your environment gets processed through these 7 senses. So information reaches your brain through these channels. So it kind of works in the background unconsciously, consistently. We are bombarded with sensory information on a day-to-day basis, and all of us filter it slightly differently. And then obviously you mentioned digital fatigue, Matt. This is also the other after effect of COVID, hybrid working, digital working. By default, what is happening, we spend an awful amount of time behind our computers. So we're seeing, hearing, sitting, seeing, hearing, sitting, and more, seeing, hearing, sitting. Now, what happens as a result? The brain doesn't have capacity to modulate and to regulate, because every time when you move your body, you move to a different environment, you look up, or you change your positioning, your body and your senses actually have got capacity to reset and to recharge. So by default, we are literally living in a digitally overloaded world. And look, we love home working. We love the fact that people now have more control over their work environment. But by default, it has created a huge amount of information overload and digital fatigue.